Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. So inshallah, in this lesson, we're going to be speaking about a word that we went through in the last lesson. And that word was athaath. So it's used in the following ayah. Let's have a read of it, inshallah. وَكَمْ أَهْلَكْنَا قَبْلَهُمْ مِنْ قَرْنٍ هُمْ أَحْسَنُوا أَثَاثًا وَرِئْيًا. And so how many generations have we destroyed who were better in terms of their athaath? This is the word that we went through in the last lesson. وَرِئْيًا. And uses the word أَحْسَنُوا أَثَاثًا, that they had better athaath. So we want to look at this particular word, inshallah ta'ala. Its root is the alif, thaa, and thaa. So it has two tha's in it. Now this letter thaa actually has a specific meaning in the Arabic language that I want to speak about, which is quite interesting. Because words that actually have this letter have a particular meaning associated with it. So let's talk about this, and then we'll get back to what athaath actually means. Now, the translation, if you read the translation of athaath, it would say it's talking about possessions, goods, property, and so on. But actually, there's something about this word. There's more meaning associated with it, and this is what I want to get across, inshallah. And I thought this was a very good way also to memorize a lot of words and the meaning of words by knowing what a letter actually means. So I've spoken about another letter previously. This is before the letter sheen. I've spoken about that, where it has the meaning of spreading, a tafashi. So like words that have sheen have spreading, like shajara, like the word, for example, shirk, which means association, associating. The word shatta, diversity, and so on. So you see that the letter sheen, actually, when it's associated with a word, it gives the meaning of spreading, something that's spread out. So in a similar manner, thaa actually has a meaning that I want to talk about, inshallah. So let's just go through words, and these are found in the Quran specifically, because it uses these words with this particular meaning of the thaa embedded in the words, which is quite remarkable, I find. So I will go through them, inshallah. For example, we have the word thabata. He was firm, or it became firm. We have, for example, thabit. If we say something is thabit, it is firm and strong. It's not going to budge, thabit. For example, we have the word thubur. Thubur means destruction, complete and utter destruction. So there's something permanent happening. Here it's destruction, but there's permanency involved. So that's one of the meanings of the letter thaa. We have another verb, thabita, which means to be permanent in stagnation, not to move, to be stagnant. Interesting, we have the number thalatha, 3. Now, what does 3 have to do with this meaning of thaa? When does the jama' or the plural start? 3 and over. So the beginning of plural or abundance, we could say, is the number 3. So actually the thaa has this meaning of abundance. So we can see what the words we've gone so far, what meanings do we get? There's abundance and permanence. And this is actually the meaning that I want to get back to when we speak of the ayah that we spoke about in the beginning. Thakhuna, for example, means to be firm and overpowering and strong. Once again, it's something to do with permanence. In Surah Al-Tariq, النجم الثاقب, the star that pierces, meaning its light goes and pierces through. It's a strong light. So once again, there's abundance of light and permanence. You can see the light. It's a light that's reached us. So thaqib, thaqil means heavy. Something that's heavy is permanent, and also you would consider something abundant being heavy as well, because there's so much of it. The word thulla, thullatun min al-awwalin, which is an abundant group, a group of people in abundance. Now we have a particle. Actually, I've got a series of lessons on that particular conjunction, thumma, and it's used for a long duration. So if we say Ja'a Muhammad, Muhammad came. Thumma Khalid. Thumma would indicate a long period of time. So there's, you could say, abundant time that passes until Khalid comes. Thumma is also used for stages, and that also denotes abundance as well. So thumma, then thumma, next step. So when you're actually talking about steps in Arabic, you use the word thumma. Allah says, for example, in the Quran, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَكُمْ مِنْ تُرَابٍ ثُمَّ إِذَا أَنْتُمْ بَشَرٌ تَنْتَشِرُونَ. From His signs, He has created you from turab, from dust. Thumma, there's a long period of time, abundant period of time. إِذَا أَنْتُمْ, and behold, you are basharun tantashirun. You are human beings widespread throughout the earth. Okay, next we have, for example, the word thamar, which is fruits, and thaman, which is compensation for something that you do. And these are results of actions, abundant actions. Now getting back to the ayah, where it says, Hum ahsanu athathan wa ri'ya. Now, when we go to the books that translate this word athaath, it gives meanings, for example, property, goods, furnishings, commodities, utensils. But there's one aspect of that which is missing in the translation that we don't get. And that's related to the letter thaa. As we said, what does thaa actually mean? What meanings does it have inside a word? There's permanence and abundance. Permanence actually speaks about the quality of these goods, of these furnishings, of these utensils and all these things. The quality, it's the highest quality. And they're abundant in large numbers. So it says ahsanu athathan is talking about the number and the quality of it. So you see how deep the Arabic language is. وصلى الله سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.
قال محمد هو ابن مالك أحمد رب الله خير مالك مصليا على النبي المصطفى وآله المستكملين الشرفا وأستعين الله في ألفية مقاصد النحو بها نحوية تقرب الأقصى بلفظ الموجز وتبسط البذل بوعد منجز.